Junction work session of August 4th, 2025 to order, and ask everyone to put their cell phone in silence. Roll call, please.
Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Present.
Councilmember Cross,
Here.
Councilmember Heck,
Here.
Councilmember Johnson,
Here.
Councilmember Nesser,
Present.
Councilmember Soller.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, presentation discussion of First Amendment to agreement with the MCI Metro Access Transmission Service Corp. Matt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. This item is fairly straightforward tonight. This is a license agreement for work in the right-of-way for the purpose of installing fiber optic cables in the city and for the maintaining of those by MCI Metro, who is owned by Verizon. As stated in the memo, we are at the end of the 5-year initial period of the agreement, and this amendment simply extends it for another 5 years. And because we don't have another set of means in August, we're requesting that the council consider it on tomorrow night's consent agenda for approval. That's all I have to share. If you have specific questions about the agreement, we have Doug Worthen here, our IT director, or Joel, who also worked on this negotiation. So,
Anyone got any questions?
Couple. I do have a couple.
Okay.
One, why is it late getting to us? And two, Joel, are you good with how the contract's written, or do you have reservations on it?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, Councilmember Cross. Actually, I'll give credit to Cassandra Wallace. She could give some details on it if you need them. However, my understanding is it was not our delay. It was the delay of the licensee. Why? I don't know why they took so forever. They knew when it was coming up. Is this even on?
It's
Yeah.
on.
And as to the agreement, yes, I'm very happy with the agreement, how it is done, especially after some things that we had to go through. There was some insurance problems. They didn't pay their $3,000 application fee back in 2020. That had to be rectified. Let's see, I think there was a bond issue or a letter of credit. They could not come up with the letter of credit the way I wanted it, and I wanted a letter of credit to be a local one where if something happened, we'd have the availability of money that would be easy to get from a bank. They didn't look at the original agreement, which said it has to be a local bank, not one in Pennsylvania or Ohio or New York where we would have to go and get it. I mean, a lot of that's electronic nowadays, but it's better to have a local bank. So instead, and they could not abide by that, so we did do a bond instead. We increased the bond amount, and they did do that. So we are happy with how this turned out.
Thank you for the explanation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone else? Nope. Okay. Well, I'm going to move number 3 up first. Presentation discussion of resolution number 25-09, which is the Federal Patent Easements Extinguishment. Okay, there you are.
Haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yes.
Good evening. Raquel Schatz of the Public Works Department here to discuss an application for a roadway easement extinguishment. This easement extinguishment is for Stagecoach Road from Junction Street to Tamarisk Road, or Tamarisk Street. A little bit of a background since we haven't had one of these in a while. The purposes of the federal patent easements were granted to the city by Congress back in 1938, 40s and 50s. And what they do is they grant easements that are 33 foot in width along like the boundaries, so that if the cities that take over, they can determine if they want to put streets and roads and whatnot and just use them to, well, their spines of their cities. Our process is somewhat simple. Applicant comes in, talks to us, we let them know if it's something that the Public Works would support, and then they've got forms and signatures and documents that they have to turn in to us. So they completed the application of April 18th, 2025, to which they supplied the city with the signed petition and the Proposition 207 forms, which is necessary for all parcels. It also helps that the applicant owns both parcels. And the purpose for this one is that they don't wish to combine the parcels. They want to just leave them as is, but they're thinking in the future that they may want to. If somebody comes out there, they want to build, then whoever decides to, they can take care of the utility easements at that point. But then this way, it makes it a little bit more easier for someone to take over if they deem that they want to do so. But for the time being, they're probably just going to put landscaping in there. The city also contacted the emergency respondents and public utility providers, in which there has been no opposition for the easement. So the alignment is not maintained by the city. The easement is outlined in blue, and like I mentioned, it was these outlined red were once determined by previous directors from both Public Works and Development Services. So the outlines in reds are the easements that the city does not deem necessary for the city to use as easements or for roadway purposes. And you can see there, it's the same screen on both sides. Oops. One just shows the right-of-way with the two different color greens, and the other one shows the easement, the roadways without the hatch, so that you guys can see what's actually underneath those easements. In this case, it's kind of, there's really nothing there. It looks like they may have paved quite a bit of that one property to the right. So with your approval, I mean, we would like to go to consent. If you guys have any questions?
Anyone have any questions? No questions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, now we'll do presentation, discussion of case number P-25-4-PZ, which is the proposed rezoning parcel. And you're ready to go.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. My name is Erica Hernandez. I'm a planner on staff. This presentation is for a proposed rezoning for 3 parcels requested by Reese Anderson with Pew and Lake, representing Skyline QOZB LLC, to facilitate a multifamily development. We can see that the parcels are located on the northwest corner of Winchester Road and Junction Street. The request is to rezone the parcels from RSGR and B3 to RM2 PD to facilitate a 2-story, 100-unit multifamily rental development. Okay, the parcels are currently surrounded by B3 and RM2 to the north, RM2 to the east, and B3 and RM2 to the south, and B3 to the west. Now, because these parcels are designated as downtown mixed use in the 2020 general plan, which encourages retail, office, and multifamily uses, a general plan amendment was not required for this application. All right, and here's the landscape plan. Now, this is a gated community. The main entrance is off of Junction Street and a exit only off of Winchester Road. There is a 6-foot CMU wall around the perimeter and a total of 400 parking spaces. They do exceed the parking requirement. Here are the amenities. There is a clubhouse, spa, pool, pickleball, dog park up here, a couple of green spaces, among a few others, as well as an 8-foot multi-use trail along Winchester Road and Junction Street. And if there are any questions, there is a sidewalk along Winchester Road and Junction Street as well. Okay, and here are the triplex elevations. The applicant is proposing high-quality architectural elements here. We've got Talavera tiles, Spanish archways, driveway pavers, decorative shutters. Here are the fiveplex elevations. Both the threeplex and the fiveplex have 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom options. And here are the clubhouse elevations. Now, as far as public input, a sign was posted at the site. Notices were sent out to property owners within 300 feet of the subject site, and the case was advertised in the newspaper. The applicant held a neighborhood meeting on June 9th. 2 neighbors attended the meeting. Both were supportive of the project. One person came to the development services counter and asked about the site plan and the elevations, but had no reservations about the project. One person made a public records request for the first and second submittals and the traffic report, but also had no reservations about the project. One resident from Weaver's Needle sent an email, which is in front of you, and was supportive of the project. The applicant is requesting a setback reduction of 5 feet in the front and in the side, and a setback reduction in the rear of 15 feet, and staff is supportive of the setback reduction requests. Okay, with that, the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff are supportive or recommend approval of case number P-25-4-PZ, subject to the conditions of approval found in the revised staff report for the following reasons. The use is compatible with the downtown use designation, and the use supports multiple general plan goals. Okay, this case will be heard with City Council with a public hearing on September 2nd. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
Mayor,
Yes.
is it going to be 2 and 3 car garages? If you go back to where the garages are those 2 and 3 car garages there? That little one's a garage too?
Mayor, Councilmember Solar, thank you for the question. There are 1 and 2 car garages.
1 and 2 car garages, okay.
Correct.
Yes.
Erica, it's hard to tell when the applicant was talking about there's parking in the driveways. Looking at that, it's hard to tell. There's enough length there for a vehicle to park in the driveway.
Mayor, Councilmember Heck, you are correct. There's enough parking. There's parking for driveways. There's parking in the garages. There's enough parking, guest parking. They gave us 40 extra guest parking spaces, and then 8 ADA parking spaces.
Cool. Thanks.
Anyone else?
I don't think so. Not this time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. I will now move on to the next one, which is I adjourn this meeting.
It's good.
Pardon? I think it's beautiful.